everyone, and welcome to TLDR Week 9. We are going to be doing shell scripting, but with variables. The objective this week is to start being able to use positional parameters, learning how to get user input in a script, and also explain the use of set with backticks. Now that we know how to do some basic shell scripting, the next thing that we want to start including is variables, which will allow us to get input from the user. Variables in shell scripting are what's considered untyped or loosely typed. What this means is we aren't going to be setting a variable and telling it a variable type such as in or character or string. Shell scripting actually just when we do that, we create the variable and then start using the variable. We don't really care what type it is. It'll figure it out. Any word that isn't reserved can be a variable. When you are going to be creating your variables, let's say we want to have the variable name. What we would do is actually start using the variable name. For example, we could say read name, and then read means that I want to get input from the user. And if I say read name as the line in the shell script, that means that I would like the input to be put in the name variable. When I am ready to use this variable, I'm going to put a $sign in front of it. So if I said echo $name, that would say, please take anything that is in the name variable and show it on the screen. In the FAQ videos, there is a demo of how to do a shell script and then a more advanced shell script using a variable if you would like to see a live action demo. You can also just take this code that I have written here and you can copy and paste it and start playing with it on your own if you prefer. Now there's a couple of different ways we can pass information to a shell script. One of the ways is as I've just described, which is using read, where we would say read variable name. Another way that we can do it is we can actually pass info using these positional parameters, and this is actually done when we are running our script. So in the example here that you can see on the screen, if I have a script called testscript.sh, to run this script, I would say /testscript.sh, assuming it's in the same folder as me. Now, if I wanted this to say hello to whoever it is, I would have to either do a what is your name, read name, echo name. I can also actually pass it a value during the run. So if I say /testscript.sh space Jane, that's going to take the word Jane and put it in the temporary variable $1. There's temporary variables $1 to $9. If you want to see everything in temporary variables, you would do $@. So in the second example, if I did /testscript.sh space Jane space Doe, Jane would be in the $1 space and Doe would be in the $2 space. So if I echo out $1, that should say Jane, and if I echo out $2, that should say Doe. So that is another way that we can actually send information to a script if we don't want to deal with reading the information within the script. Now there's a special use case where we can actually use backticks. What backticks can do, and these are backticks, not single quotes, is that will actually take the command that we are running within the backticks and run it like it's all by itself on the line. When we're talking about shell scripting, it's a very literal kind of thing. It will run everything line by line exactly how it sees it. If you have multiple commands in a single line that you would like run, then you would use the backtick so that you can run a command like it's by itself. Now, in the case of set, what that actually does is take the results of running that command and put them in these temporary variables, the $1, $2, $3. So what you can actually do is you can test this out and say, if you did set date within your script, and then you echoed out, say, $1, $2, $3, you can actually see that that's the results of running date, and each of those parameters are put in one of the temporary variables. The lab for the week is going to be, you are going to create 3 scripts. One of them is going to be creating a file with the date appended. I would like to remind you that the date should be coming from the server, not you. You're going to write a script where you ask the user for a name and then echo out something along the lines of "hi name." The third one is a Mad Lib. If you haven't done a Mad Lib before, I did include a link for some examples, but the idea behind a Mad Lib is you want to ask somebody for a piece of the English language, such as nouns or adjectives, and then you want to put them into your story. So if you said something like, "please give me a noun," and then they said "table," that would then go into your story. It ends up making these sort of funny nonsense stories. Please let me know if you have any questions.